I gained consciousness. I heard people screaming, grab her, it's gonna blow.
Good evening, I'm Tan Trung.
And I'm Natalie Shepard. It was a horrific crash that marred the excitement of one of the city's most spectacular super parades. Nearly 36 lives were changed because one drunk driver got behind the wheel.
They all survived, but the effects continue 9 months later. Meg Ferris has one survivor's emotional story in tonight's special report.
It was the Saturday before Carnival Day. Allison Reinhardt was excited. Friends were in from her childhood home in New Jersey, their first time to experience New Orleans culture and Mardi Gras. It was also a chance for Allison to show them why, after going to college at Loyola 20 years ago, she never left the Crescent City to return home, even choosing to raise her now college-age son in her new adopted home.
My son, it's his religion, so he tells me every year, Mom, I don't need to come home for Christmas, I'll be there for Mardi Gras. We love Mardi Gras, we love costuming, it's so much fun, there's such a spirit to it, and that New Orleans culture and the people of New Orleans are such an awesome people.
But as Allison and her crew were walking to the Endymion parade route close to her home, they could not have imagined how much their lives were about to change and just how awesome the people of New Orleans could be. 25-year-old Nielsen Rizzuto of Parody, with blood alcohol at 3 times the state's legal limit for drivers, plowed into the Endymion crowd. 32 injured. Allison and a friend were 2 of them.
I didn't hear anything coming. I didn't hear anything coming at all.
Allison was pinned under the drunk driver's truck and the truck he crashed into.
If I was over just maybe a couple inches, I may have lost this whole half of my body.
A dislocated shoulder, a fractured collarbone, all her ribs broken, all 24 of them. She could not speak because her lung had collapsed and her arm was seriously broken.
Now looking back, I think that cracking sound was actually my bones.
EMS began treating the victims. She and her friend were taken to the hospital.
It was like, I have to cut your clothes off. I have to take your clothes off. I said, okay.
No one died and the headlines moved on, but her story has not come to an end. She's paying out of pocket for trauma therapy, and it took 7 months to finally find a surgeon like Dr. Russell Russo to agree to repair her broken arm.
Because my injuries are related to a criminal case, I was unable to get a second opinion for my arm.
Medical costs are mounting. She has no insurance and was already working 3 jobs to support her son. She's back full-time at nonprofit Putumayo World Music, doing what she loves, celebrating cultures in the world of music. But her arm is still too weak to work at her catering job.
I'm a single mom. I depend on all 3 of my jobs. I depend on everything. This is how I provide for my son. I don't get child support, and I'm very proud of it. I love being Kevin's mom. It is my #1 job.
And there's no chance of getting compensation from the drunk driver's minimal insurance policy.
No attorney will accept our case. I can't find this. I've been turned down by every single attorney in New Orleans. Not a single attorney wants us because there's no money involved.
Still, Allison constantly thinks of the other survivors and the blessings she believes have come with the physical and emotional pain. When physical therapy was denied to help her regain the use of her arm, the people at Magnolia Physical Therapy came to her rescue, donating all services. Neighbors built a wheelchair ramp for her friend whose hip was injured. He and his wife and dog could not travel back home, so lived with her for 4 months. Then there was the difficult day in court reading her impact statement.
I've been fighting for my life and for normalcy since February 25th. The day you injured so many people.
She believes Rizzuto's guilty plea was equivalent to an apology. She's not allowed to talk to him, but wants to.
What do you want to say?
I forgive you. I thank God. And I've had a lot of blessings come out of this, and I hope that my experience can help others. I don't think jail's gonna make him a better person. I think he has an opportunity to prevent this from happening again, and he can be a spokesperson and tell people about his firsthand experience.
But she will never understand why people drive drunk when there's so many options to get you home safely.
That 1 second decision, making that decision to get into the car and to turn the key, I almost died. My son could have been motherless. I can't even imagine that.
She calls the many injured her survival family, and the first responders, Dr. Russo, the neighbors, physical therapists, her understanding employer, her guardian angels. But there's still a huge hole in the list of people she wants to thank, one who cared for her as she was lying on Carrollton Avenue that horrific night. Her search on Facebook has come up empty.
All I know is that she was a pediatric nurse. And here's my description of her. Purple wig, purple, green, and gold striped shirt. I have never been able to find her, and I just want to thank her because she didn't leave my side not once. Oh, how high.
For the first time in 9 months, Allison says she's pain-free and knows one day she'll be able to do simple things again, like lift her arm to wash her own hair.
But that's okay. I'm getting there. I know I'm determined. I'm gonna come back 100%.
Meg Farris, Eyewitness News.
If you are that pediatric nurse who helped Allison or know who that person is, you can contact Meg Farris through our website at WWLTV.com.